2022 is set to be even better. New regulations will usher in an age of pioneering changes. New driving talent alongside returning champions will be dueling it out to the bitter end. The pressure will be on the team principals in the upcoming season as they manage their drivers, their cars, and the whole team to push to victory. This is not a challenge for the faint-hearted. This is Formula One. Mercedes returned to F1 in 2010, and since 2014 they've won the Constructors' Championships back-to-back every year. In 2021 they took home the Constructors' Championship once more, although they narrowly missed out on the Drivers' Championship, coming in second. Heading into 2022, Mercedes will insist on dominating the competition. Nothing less than the fastest car and the most wins will give the Silver Arrows the outcome they want to see at the end of this new season and beyond. The Red Bull team burst onto the F1 scene in 2005, and ever since 2009, they've been one of the top 3 teams in the championship. Last season ended brilliantly for them. Max Verstappen won the prestigious Drivers' Championship, and Red Bull are flying high once more. Heading into 2022 under the right leadership, Red Bull could find themselves heading up the pack once more. They'll certainly be hoping to end the season with not 1 but 2 championship trophies for their cabinet back home in Milton Keynes. Ferrari have entered Formula One every year since the World Championship began back in 1950. They still hold the most championship titles of any team. The team had a solid season in 2021, securing 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are very much in it to win it. With strong leadership over the 2022 season and beyond, expect to see them fighting for those podium places. If all goes well, they'll be aiming for that top spot as the seasons progress. McLaren are a cornerstone of F1, having been part of the sport since 1966 and winning numerous drivers and constructors' championships over the years. Last season they came a respectable 4th overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris securing the only 1-2 finish of the season. The talented driver pairing of Ricciardo and Norris returns for McLaren this season, and one thing is certain, they're not going to settle until they're reigning champions once more. Alpine was a new name in 2021, bringing F1 drivers Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon back into the spotlight. Alpine finished the 2021 season in 5th place in the constructors' standings, with their first race win secured by Ocon at the Hungarian Grand Prix. 2022 will be a formative season for Alpine as they return with the tried and trusted driver pairing of Alonso and Ocon. In a few years' time, with the right leadership, they could well become championship contenders. AlphaTauri have been a name in Formula One since 2020. They're renowned for being the proving ground for talented new F1 drivers. Last season they ended in 6th overall. Driver Pierre Gasly also earned them an impressive podium finish in Baku. Heading into 2022, the team continued to develop their current driver pairing of Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly. They'll want to continue scoring regular points and begin working their way past the other midfield contenders. "2021 was Aston Martin's first full season in Formula One. They roared onto the scene with Sebastian Vettel, the legendary 4-time world champion, in one of those coveted driving seats. Despite some teething problems in testing, Aston Martin gave a solid showing and finished the season in 7th place overall. Heading into 2022 with Lance Stroll and Vettel behind the wheel, Aston Martin have the potential to become regular podium contenders. But it's going to take strong leadership and shrewd investment to get them there. Williams is a legendary name in F1, winning 9 Constructors' Championships in their heyday. The Williams family sold the team in 2020, and the 2021 season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall, thanks to some incredible performances by George Russell in his last year as a Williams driver. In 2022, Williams have Nicholas Latifi and new signing Alex Albon, returning to F1 after a year away to make up their driver team. The pressure is on for them to up their performance this season and push their way back towards those midfield places. Alfa Romeo boast an impressive Formula One history, dating right back to 1950 when they won the very first Drivers' World Championship. However, 2021 saw them finish in 9th overall, with no podium finishes to their name. The team usher in 2022 with a brand new driver lineup. They're joined by F1's first ever Chinese race driver, Zhou, as well as veteran Valtteri Bottas, as they build their way back to becoming regular point scorers. Haas joined F1 back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at 5th place in 2018. Last season they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022 and strategizing for the future. Going into the 2022 season, Haas hope to have a strong car design under their belts. Coupled with hungry drivers, an ambitious team, and strong leadership, they'll be pushing their performance and fighting their way back to the midfield.
Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm Audrey Mensa, one of the team's senior engineers. Welcome to the team. It's great to have you on board. Here at Haas, we've put a lot of energy into preparing for the upcoming season, and you're joining us just at the right time. Now, let's get you shown around. As our new team principal, You're responsible for a lot of aspects of the team. Everything from managing our team's growth, overseeing our finances, and deciding on race day strategies will be in your hands. You can keep an eye on most things from your dashboard here. I can take you through it now. First up, an overview of the board. They're the ones who set the expectations for the team. If they're confident in your leadership, you'll be fine. If they lose confidence in you, however, they might look to replace you. The board sets season objectives for the team to achieve. Reaching them will help keep confidence high, so be sure to familiarise yourself with what's expected. You'll want to keep an eye on the long-term objective for beyond this season as well. Okay then, let's look ahead to the race weekend. We need to start preparing for the next Grand Prix, which will be the first of the season. As it's your first day though, there's nothing urgent for you to address. Feel free to explore more, or you can select continue and sign off for the day. Once you do, time will pass. But don't worry about missing anything. This is your calendar for the month. Pay attention to the events that have been marked. The race weekends have already been added for you. More events will get added as the season progresses. One of my favourite places. This is where the car builds happen, and where we develop and store our car parts. Throughout the season, you'll want to make sure the team are working on upgrading components and that both cars are being kept in good repair. You can also use car analysis to compare our car builds to other teams. It's not just the fastest car that makes a team the best in F1. It's the people doing the hard work behind the scenes. Manage your staff from here, from department heads to your pit crew, and keep up to date on their performance. Here, you can delve deeper into team finances and see our balance, as well as understanding information on income and rewards, and the enforced spending caps we have to abide by. It's no longer your first day. We'll have you on top of things in no time. You'll continue moving through days this way until it's time for the race, which you can see in the upcoming events list. It's good to get in the habit of regularly checking that list. Let's take a look at what needs... Looks like you've received a budget approval request. Most of the team's budget is decided by the board at the start of the season, plus whatever we get from last season's prize money, and any extra sponsorship revenue we earn. I reckon that's a good decision. It should keep the team in high spirits anyway. Now that's dealt with, we can focus on our first Grand Prix of the season. The race weekend is still a few days away, so move forward when you're ready. This is where you'll carry out your final preparations for the next race. We'll come back here. This is where you'll find relevant information on the team's drivers and reserve driver, including their... There's always some final work to do before we can set off. Check your inbox for the race prep report on this weekend's circuit. Okay, you want to get started with a design project. These are car parts we can design and manufacture in-house. Each car part impacts different areas of a car's performance, but certain car parts will have a greater impact than others. You can also view our car performance by rank on grid. This is a useful comparison tool and lets you see how our performance compares to... Take a look over the different car parts. The highlights indicate which performance areas they impact the most. Pick one that impacts the rate... The team's expertise in making new car parts improves with experience, so each new design is likely to be better than an older one. Just make sure to check the new design against the one currently installed. Testing is also an important step in designing a new car part. Our testing time is limited throughout the season, and it's up to you to decide how much to commit to each design project. If you assign some testing time to this design now, you can see what effect it will have on the car part. Once you've taken a look, You can direct the engineering team to focus on specific areas of performance. F1 car parts are complex, and sometimes you'll have to sacrifice performance in one area to achieve gains in another. Over the season, we'll understand more about our car's performance, which will help you to guide the team's design focus. You can try altering the focus now with... As a final step before the team gets started on this design project, you need to decide how many engineers you want working on it. You should also decide what approach they should take. Bear in mind, these decisions will have an impact on the duration and cost of the project. Nice work. That's the project started. If you check your calendar, you'll see the team have given you a delivery date for the design. Once it's complete, you'll be able to manufacture that part anytime. Continually designing new car parts is imperative to improving our team's performance and staying competitive on the track. Okay, you have all the information you should need. Let's head to race preparation to see if there's any remaining tasks for us to complete. This is your race preparation area, where you'll get the team ready for the upcoming race weekend. You can also find all the information you need on the circuit we're racing on here. One thing you'll always need to do before each race weekend is setting our performance targets. Here we've got the performance targets for this coming weekend. If we meet these, we'll gain extra revenue. Looks like we've got incentives for both the qualifying session and the race. If we can reach those targets, we'll get an additional payout, and it won't cost the team anything if we don't meet them. You can also decide to add targets here and offer our sponsors guarantees. These are a risk as we face a potential Okay, if you want to offer a guarantee for this weekend and raise the team's potential rewards, now is your chance. That feels like something we can achieve without too much difficulty. The reward if we meet the guarantee is good, and the potential loss doesn't seem too bad either. Okay, we're done here. You've done everything needed, and the team can't wait to get started. It's time for the first race of the season. You can take some more time to look around if you like.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. The competition is on.
Great to see you again. Welcome to your first race weekend with the team. It's Friday, so we're kicking off with free practice 1 as usual. Over here is our race preparation area. This is where you can make any changes you need ahead of the upcoming practice session. Rest assured the team have already prepared the cars for practice. When you're ready, we can continue. During race weekends, you can decide whether you want to manage the practice sessions yourself or whether to hand over control to your team. As it's your first race weekend, you should let the team...
Thank you for joining us as we proceed to qualifying and the fight for pole begins. There are no more chances to practice this weekend. It gets serious from now on in, as our teams prepare to record their best lap times ahead of tomorrow's race. One good lap isn't enough to guarantee a strong position, with consistency absolutely essential for those looking to succeed. Let the competition commence.
To help maximise our drivers' performance, the team have them work on 3 goals during practice: track acclimatisation, car parts knowledge, and setup confidence. If you manage the session yourself, you might get an even better performance from the drivers for the rest of the weekend. Right, time for qualifying. Our results here will determine where we start on. Qualifying takes place over 3... Same as practice, the team can handle qualifying for you if you like. Let's get you hands-on. Our drivers need to be setting their fastest possible lap times, so we can advance to the next round of qualifying. The slowest 5 cars will be knocked out. Keep a careful eye on time remaining. The time limit on qualifying rounds... Right then, let's get a car out on... Each car is fitted with a number of onboard cameras, so you can see. You can also use the map view if you like. It gives you a good overview of the whole. Remember, you're managing 2 drivers throughout the session. From the data view, here you can also view how the current session could affect the... There's plenty more. That's a decent time for a flying lap. Keep an eye on the standings throughout the session and try and keep the drivers out of the knockout zone. Right then, that qualifying run is done, so the driver will return to the pits now. I know everything happens so fast over a race weekend, but if you need to catch your breath... Our driver is back in the pits. You need to reconfigure the car before we can send them. The team will make sure the run plan is updated to include refueling, so all you have to do is fit some fresh tyres. Here you can see all the tyre compounds available this weekend. When making any changes, just be sure you're considering both the condition and the compound of the selected tyre. We want maximum performance during qualifying, so let's use a fresh, soft compound tyre. Soft tyres are the fastest in... Brilliant. The car's ready to head back out at your say-so. It's probably best to do at least one more run before the end of the round. The track will have more grip later in the round, but there will also be more traffic. It's up to you to...
a lock-up.
It's up to you whether you manage the rest of the qualifying rounds.
It's time for the final touches here on the grid ahead of today's race.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle. So will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Right then, time for the main event, the Bahrain Grand Prix. This is a great time for us to get some early points under our belt. So let's stay focused and push hard. Each driver will need to make at least one pit stop to fit new tyres. On average, a pit stop will cost a driver about 25 seconds. Let's set a tyre strategy for our drivers now. We need to make sure we have a good plan for... Every race weekend, the team will prepare some recommended strategies to choose from. Let's see what... Okay. Strategy A is a fast but risky option, relying on 2 soft stints and no hard compound at all. Strategy B is a well-balanced option, 2 soft stints and a nice long middle stint on a right. Strategy C is a slower but safe option for... If you think a different approach could work, you can make changes to any of the team strategies. Right. Strategy A it is. This is going to need careful management to pull off, so keep a close eye on things. You should consider picking a different strategy for each driver. This gives us a chance to take advantage of That's both drivers with a set strategy in place. Right, let's head back to the prep.
With the skies mostly clear, tonight's race shouldn't hold any unpleasant surprises. There we see Kevin Magnussen. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. The teams are ready to go. And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Just keep concentrating.
Alpine just advanced. Is that a new race position for Haas?
As the cars spend more time on track, make sure you keep an eye on their condition. This all looks great. No damage that I can see to any component. During the race itself, you can direct the team drivers in 3 main ways. Each option will help drivers increase their speed, but will come with a cost. Increased pace will improve lap times, but at the cost of increased tyre temperature and wear. You can instruct the drivers in how to manage their fuel. Using more fuel will give them more speed, but you need to ensure there's always enough left to finish the race. Finally, you can adjust the ERS strategies for each driver. Higher ERS strategy. Managing pace will help you manage a car's tyre temperature and wear. Keep an eye on the tyre condition. If a driver needs an additional performance push for a short time, they can adjust their ERS strategies and use any battery charge they have. There are 3 ERS strategies that deploy more energy than they harvest, but each use that energy for a different purpose. Harvest will prioritise charging up the battery instead of using...
You've got DRS.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri. Haas with an overtake. Seems to have been a lockup.
During the race, you can use the strategy view to check on each driver's strategy and adjust them if need be. You can also use the car and track tabs to view more details about them. As the race progresses, remember to keep an eye on the planned strategy you put in place before the race. The strategy view will let you check your strategy. The data view is also...
AlphaTauri gained a place. We've just had a car run wide. Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look. We're watching Nicholas Latifi. They've gone wide. They won't be happy about it.
Fuel commands allow drivers to manage their car. Just keep an eye on your remaining fuel.
Haas with an overtake there. That's a position gained for AlphaTauri. Is that a new race position for Haas? Alpha Tauri gained a place.
Okay. Our driver has just entered the pit window. This means it's nearly time to call the planned pit stop. Unless you think there's a reason to pit immediately.
Load push.
Copy.
It's a collision.
Good job, Kev.
Haas with an overtake.
Keep that up. Yeah, good job, Nick.
Haas with an overtake there.
All the pushing you can get.
Copy.
We need a back off.
Yeah, copy.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Ready to call a pit stop? Bring the driver in and follow our plan. Right, let's talk tyres. During dry races, all cars need to use at least 2 different tyre compounds. If a car doesn't comply with this rule, ultimately it's your decision on which tyre compounds we go for. Once you've decided which tyre to...
So box now, box now.
Copy, box.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
You've got no ERS.
Copy.
If you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy that.
They've locked up and gone straight on!
We'll go to high fuel now.
Copy.
Looks like there's been a lockup. I think we've had a car run wide.
More lifting coast, please.
Yeah, copy.
Mega job, mate. Okay, good job. That's one.
Haas with an overtake.
Mode push.
Copy.
Was that a lock-up on the track? Haas with an overtake there. Is that a new race position for Haas? Is that a lock-up? I think someone's run wide.
Tires died quite a lot there.
Okay, copy, Kev.
What's the situation?
Someone's run wide. It's a spin! I think there's been a lockup.
And we will box now, Mick. Box now.
Copy for box.
Sounds like someone's locked up. Haas with an overtake. Seems to have been a lockup. Is that a new race position for Haas? Haas with an overtake there. Oh, did someone run wide there? McLaren gain a position.
Good job there.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
We're happy with you pushing.
Copy.
Is that a lockup?
Kev, if you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy that.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Good job. Checkered flag.
Yeah. Hard luck again, guys.
Mode push.
Copy.
Okay, good job, Mick. Checkered flag. Good job, Mick.
Yeah, car was great. Thank you.
Okay, good job, Mick. Over and out.
He's living the dream. Exceptional work from Mick Schumacher. This is a good result for Haas. More than enough to satisfy the whole team.
Not bad at all. The team in the pits will be happy with that.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
The team's drivers gain experience over each race weekend, depending on their performance. With enough experience, your drivers will be able to improve their skills. Congratulations on completing the first race weekend of the season. The team's outcome will have had an effect on board confidence levels. You can see their response in more detail in the board menu, but there's plenty of time for that to change. Take a look at what you can be doing before the next race weekend gets here. Our time is precious, and these moments between races are a good point to develop our team further. You should have an email from the end. Don't forget to check in with the board often. You can monitor board confidence levels, your available budget, and your progress towards a greater team rating from here. Ah, it looks like the engineering team have just finished manufacturing a car part. It's a suspension system, one the team designed earlier. Improving our cars is a constant process. The other teams won't be taking it easy, and having a cutting-edge car is vital if we want to stay competitive against our rivals. New car parts are initially designed by the team. They can then be manufactured and installed on either car. This suspension has already been manufactured, so we just need to install it. To do this, head over to the car warehouse. From the cars area, you can manage everything relating to the cars and their build. Uninstalled car parts are stored. Here at the warehouse, you can find all the car parts that make up an F1 car. Right, all the available suspension designs are here to look through. Check the new design. Take the time here to compare the two designs. You may also want to pay attention to the stats that are crucial for the next race. Looks like this new design only has positive impacts on the car. That's great news. Select the new suspension. Great work. That's the new suspension fitted. If you want to have more copies of this design manufactured, you can do so from here. Just remember those F1 mandated spending caps, the official limit on how much we can spend on car development and improvement each season. If you don't want the team to manufacture anything right now, you're pretty much ready to handle things yourself now. Our staff and facilities have a significant impact on the team's performance. If you ever find yourself... Okay, I need to head back over to aerodynamics. I'll be in touch again now and then. And I'm looking forward to the team thriving with you at the helm. From here, you can see all the team's facilities, from the staff buildings to the car part development centres. You can build new facilities or, if the team has the time and money, upgrade our existing ones. Facilities affect all areas of our team's performance. Over time, facilities will degrade and become less effective, so keep... Every team will continuously develop their cars over the season, So it's important you keep...
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off, and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah Street Circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. So, without further ado, let's get started. Our race weekend continues as we head into FP3 and then qualifying. Yesterday's action gave us a fantastic taste of what is to come, and the anticipation within the paddock continues to grow. Qualifying promises to be as unrelenting as ever. Only the best, the most consistent drivers can progress from one period to the next and stand a chance of earning a place at the front of the grid. You're going to want to join us for this, folks, so fasten your seatbelts.
Radio check, Kev.
Radio is good.
Drivers are strapping themselves in, ready for race day.
Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be expected to make a good start from the grid. Let's see if they can make it work for them. AlphaTauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. And the weather is sunny here today, apart from a few clouds. Let's hope they remain scattered on the horizon.
Well, this is certainly going to be a challenging but no doubt exciting race here in Jeddah. A partly clear night here. The drivers now lined up on the grid. Let's take a look at Haas. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. There's the other Haas. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The race start is mere seconds away. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. Lock up there.
DRS enabled.
Haas with an overtake there. That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
At the moment, we're P12.
Haas with an overtake.
Typical.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
so we'll box now. Box.
Copy for box.
McLaren gain a position. And McLaren with a great overtake.
Try to do some lift and coast and then focus on apex speed.
Copy.
We'll go to high fuel now.
Copy.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place. Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Box, Kev, box.
Copy, box.
And we'll box this lap.
Copy. Box this lap.
Was that a lock-up on the track? Is that a new race position for Haas? They've crashed out! Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. And that's an off, and a big off.
Locked up.
Yeah, okay.
I think there's been a lock-up. And that's the lockup.
Okay to push.
Copy.
More lift and coast, please.
Copy.
We need a back off.
Copy.
5 laps remaining.
Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Okay, Kev, no management required.
Copy that.
This is the final lap.
Okay, back off.
Copy.
That's Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is today's winner!
Checkered flag.
It's just bad luck.
Now we'll come around and take the checker.
I'm very sorry about that.